Yo, what's poppin' team only? Welcome to another episode of Outfit Details Exposed, where essentially I just break down my look. I am a very curious person. I'm a fashion enthusiast, so not only do I love to just, get fly, style myself and all those things, but I love to understand the why behind a brand, a creative director, an aesthetic, and I love fabrics too. Very interested in fabrics, understanding the best kind of fabrics to wear in wet weather patterns. So if you're a nerd about that, if you're interested in that, lock in with your boy. Let's talk about it. All right, so today it was mad hot, bro. Mad hot. We had a heat index of 113 degrees. So actual temperature was like 96 or something like that. Heat index to 113. And that's because it's been raining a lot here, and it feels like we've actually truly entered summer now in Texas, specifically in Austin. So the idea here was like light, airy, and flowy. You know what I'm saying? Because we're not trying to trap heat. We were trying to release that. We were trying to like just roll with it. You know what I'm saying? So let's start off with the footwear. I went with the LV trainers today. It has been some time, and I'll do like an overlay. It's been some time since I've rocked these, but just for the sake of the fit and the color palette that I'm in, I thought they would do this fit a lot of justice. I was obsessed with this sneaker silhouette. It's always long live Virgil, always. He is responsible for this silhouette, which teeters the line between the classic luxury chunky silhouette mixed with streetwear when it comes to the Jordan 3, the Jordan 4 silhouette. You know what I'm saying? So he was always great about design, always great about merging worlds and offering different perspectives. That was one of the beautiful things about Virgil. So I'm sure you've seen the sneaker before, but it reigns supreme. But this one is extra special because this is the yellow monogram denim. So this is cut from denim that has then been dyed. So the price point on these were a little bit more heftier than the classic one, which is around 1,100. I think these retail like around 15 or something like that. But I bought these resale actually, and did not get a great deal, but a solid deal for at the time. But love this, like this golden yellow. It is the perfect accent color. It's the perfect summer color for summer, which is why I probably gravitated to it today. I am obviously dressing more in a summer palette. So yeah, LV trainers, long live Virgil, beautiful shoe. For the linen trousers, these are actually from Zara. I got these a few years ago when I still shot that. There's nothing against Zara. I'm just into other brands that truly specialize in like understated luxury, quiet luxury, brands that are just doing things at a high level of craftsmanship and design and quality. Not to say that Zara is not, especially when they do their collaborations, like the one with like Willie Savario or like Rude, Ruigi from Rude and things of that nature. And they do have like a higher line, which they do show at fashion weeks and stuff like that. But I'm kind of not like the person to really go with the pack. I'm always the kind of person that's gonna go look for an alternative, look for another option, someone doing something very unique, interesting, some small little brand in Italy or Japan, things of that nature. So anyways, that's my spill on Zara. I picked these up a few years ago. I was on the hunt for wider leg denim pants wider leg linen trousers, because all the linen trousers that I was finding was a little bit too straight leg, a little bit too carrot top, or what is it, carrot? I always forget that term. Essentially, it's like a straight leg that then cuts off like towards the ankle a little bit. So it's like a carrot. I can't remember, but found these, solid pickup. Love the drape on them. Like I said in my last one, really love how like it has this sail shape to it, or like the barrel cut low key. But it's a nice trouser, man, super drapey. So for the top is probably the statement piece. I always have some kind of statement piece in my looks, and I would say it is the On Plissé Issey Miyake top. Issey Miyake is a world-renowned Japanese fashion designer. He's incredible. He is an innovator. He's responsible for this beautiful material, which I'm sure you've seen in different garments or different styles, like he's known for his pants. But since then, he's definitely debuted all kind of styles, him and his design house. The thing about Issey Miyake is that they do not want you to consider them a fashion house. They are rooted in design. To them, and to Issey Miyake, design is a philosophy. Design is a way of life. So these garments are made to move with you, to mold to your body. You know what I'm saying? This is his take, kind of just like on a boxy long sleeve. That's all Issey Miyake really is. Just to break it down, is they take everyday garments and then they make this pleated and they create this pleated material, or everyday garments, and then produce them in this pleated material, which is very structural. Again, very design heavy, right? It's architectural, you know, it's art. You're essentially wearing art a lot of the times, and it's very signature, these shapes. You're seeing triangles, you're seeing lines. This offers a great opportunity for you to create fits that are more works of art, more expressive. It really helps with proportional balance. Obviously, for the proportional balance here, I'm flowy, I'm airy, so I went with like just boxy all around, or just like kind of volume all around in this case. But you know, you can go with slimmer silhouettes and baggier pants, or skinnier pants, and then, you know, boxier silhouettes. It just depends on what you want to do. But let's go back to Issey Miyake. Issey Miyake debuted in 1990. The Pleats Please, he debuted in 1993 or 1994, which was predominantly, it was a woman's line that was just pants in this pleated material, which the innovation aspect is called garment pleating. And I'm sure you've seen other brands try to do this and release their own versions, but they can't get it. The special thing about this garment is that it is, or about Issey Miyake, is that it is wrinkle resistant. It'll never wrinkle, gang. You can wash this, it'll never lose your shape or structure. Do not dry, because the heat will release the pleats, but it'll never lose your shape or structure. So wash and hang. So you can have a piece like this forever. So it's an investment piece, sort of. The price points aren't too terrible for what they're doing, but you know, if $400 or $500, $600 is a lot of money for you to invest in a piece, then, or if you consider that a lot, then yes, it is an investment piece. And for me, it's kind of a bit, for sure, as well. But I have quite the Issey Miyake collection. Fast forward 10 years later, after 1993, men were actually buying a lot of the Pleats Please trousers. So understanding that, he debuted a men's line, or 20 years later, 1993, 2013, debut On Plissé, which is the men's line. So there's Issey Miyake, which is woman, Issey Miyake Please Please, which is the woman's. 20 years later, On Plissé, which is the men's. So when you're shopping for On Plissé, my G's, or Issey Miyake, you want to shop On Plissé, because those shapes are going to be a little bit more masculine. He spent years perfecting the design to create the perfect drape, to create the perfect shapes for men. And I'm telling you, I am obsessed. Like, my rule for Issey Miyake personally, though, is that I will, for the most part, never do sets, because you can wear them together. Obviously, they have colors that are matchy. You can do, like, you know, a black top with the black trousers, or contrast with different colors. But I like styling myself in a more harmonious way, in a more artistic way. So I like shape. I like mixing shape in different textures, in different colors. I'm very color theory driven when I style myself. So as you can see here, so that's my own personal rule. You can run with that if you want to, but I just feel like it offers a little bit more, more of an artistic or an interesting fit for you to kind of, like, you know, style it in a manner like this, and not mix them together. Okay. So 2013, the men's line debuts, and yeah, so that's pretty much some backstory on Issey Miyake, right? What else am I gonna say? But yeah, this top is awesome. It's kind of like this, like, brown taupe beige color, and I think this was no, it wasn't my first Issey Miyake piece. I have trousers, but I love this piece. Anyways, I kind of OD'd on Issey Miyake, but I love the brand. It's one of my favorite brands. For the hat, this is from The Frankie shop, I love the Frankie shop. I have a few pieces from her as well. Frankie shop, I'm not gonna go too crazy on the just the history because I'm just wearing the hat, but I picked the hat up because it was a nice little khaki hat. Again, I am in more of a summer palette, so I'm getting away from my moodier tones that I was in fall. And since spring, I've already, been styling myself in more warmer tones, more soft neutrals, a little bit of earthiness to kind of ground out some looks, with some like camel browns and things of that nature, maybe some light terracottas, but mainly in warmer pieces or warmer tones. But the Frankie shop is cool. I highly recommend you check them out. It's a men's and women's line, but it was founded by a lady named Gaëlle Dever. She's French, but she's French-American. She's Parisian, but has New York roots. She spent most of her life in New York, so the brand specializes in both those aesthetics. You have that classic Parisian style, which is like very quiet luxury, which is like very elevated, flowy, and nice. Then you have that New York style, which is so like individualistic. It's all about self-expression. So she marries the two based off her own aesthetic. And she kind of specializes in more masculine looks. Her brand debuted for women, and that was her signature theme, was like masculine wear for women. Then naturally that's an easy transition to make for men when, designing. So love her stuff, man. It is really dope, really interesting silhouettes, not bad on pricing. So check out the Frankie shop. I'm sure you'll see me in a Frankie shop piece like in the next few videos, because it's about that time that I break out some shorts and some tops from her. And then for the bag, I got this bag here from Rains. A lot of my day-to-days are like in coffee shops. That's my thing. If you watch my vlogs, I like to go to different coffee shops and work. I am a creative. I feed off of aesthetic and an environment, natural light, beautiful places. So I gravitate towards coffee shops because where I'm at in Austin, there's a plethora of them. It's a strong coffee shop community here, so I take full advantage. So I'm always gonna have some kind of bag with me, or styling myself as some kind of bag, backpack, crossbody. Well, crossbody is not so much coffee shop, I guess, bag, but like this kind of bag. What is the other? I don't know why I was going mind blank at this much. I'm gonna call it bag. Oh, tote bag. Have a lot of tote bags, easy to stuff a laptop in and belongings and things of that nature. But anyways, this is from Rains. Rains is one of my favorite brands doing it, and they have been for some time. They're out of Copenhagen. I really love this brand because they just essentially figured out how to create a whole brand centered around rainwear fabric. It is just that simple. And whatever's in the water in Copenhagen, they have some of the illest brands coming out of like Copenhagen and Stockholm, you know what I'm saying? That area, Scandinavian area, like Stockholm, Acne's from Stockholm, Hilja Emil's from Copenhagen, MF Pen, Rains. It's crazy. So this is a really dope bag. It's easy enough to just like stuff your belongings in. And then my laptop, I actually kind of just carry in my hand with me just because like it doesn't fit in here, my Mac, but it went with the look. I love this very, very pale, soft, like it's almost like an eggnog color. Love this, love how it works with the bag or with the fit. You know what I'm saying? I kind of just do like that, and I have my laptop in my hand. But you see that the palette that I'm in this very, very, like kind of just neutral palette, creams, beiges, and then I just kind of contrast it with this taupe, right? This is where that earth is coming from. So it's like more of like it's like a soft neutral, but with a little bit of earth, right? So, and then a color pop, just to kind of add some contrast, pop a color for the yellow. But that's the entire look for the most part. If you want to go through jewelry real quick, Tissot PRX 80. This is a very good entry-level watch if you're looking to build your watch collection in a more respectable manner, not just wearing a watch for the sake of wearing a watch. I started studying watches around a couple of years ago, so I've built up a list of the watches that I want to build my collection with strategically. And this was the first watch I bought when I started taking it seriously. This was the watch I bought myself for my birthday, and I love it. I mean, it's very classy. A lot of people have Tissots because it's a great price point. I think this was like around $900. Obviously, again, the palette that I'm in, the white face, goes really nice with the linen. The rose gold goes really nice with the entire fit. And then I just got a couple bracelets on. I got a gemstone bracelet on from Rachel Nathan. Lava Kite, Peach Moonstone. Really just nice, like, you know, soft little color to add to the look. I'm really into jewelry, so I like to accessorize. This is a cool ring from Curse.co. Just like kind of a super edgy brand that I found like years ago. And it's kind of like a resin ring that I like, that just kind of adds to the look. And then that's it, man, for the most part. And then some earrings, you know, and I'm pretty much, you know, in the gold aesthetic with, you know, with a few gemstones. I think I have like a peach moonstone or some kind of, it's not peach moonstone. I can't remember the stone necklace that I have on, but man, that's the entire look. Let me know if you gained any value from this video, whether it be pure fit inspiration, new places to shop, or pure fit inspiration, new places to shop, or a new color palette to experiment with. But I appreciate you watching, man. If you made it to the end of the video, man, give me any feedback. I'm gonna keep doing these, and subscribe to your boy if you enjoy what you learned or enjoy what you watch. All right, see you on the next one, Team Only. Peace.